Other news, and even athletics, ice has been a contentious debate again.
Oh,
You
yeah.
heard about this?
I have, yes.
So there was a book. There was a guy wrote this book called "Iced!" exclamation point. The illusionary treatment
love the
option.
title. Love the
Illusionary treatment option. But it did open up the conversation on that typical protocol you see.
Yeah.
RICE, right?
Sure.
Rest, ice, compress,
Elevate.
elevate. Like, how long is that? I mean, that's been around for
Years. I mean, ever since I've been
Ever.
practicing, yeah, even growing up playing sports, I remember it was always, I'd go to my athletic trainer and it was, you'd swell up your ankle and it's rice, So that's been around for quite some time now.
And the specifics on this were that was introduced in 1978
Yeah.
by Dr. Gabe Mirkin, who had a publication in sports medicine book where he introduced that. And he's even had changes to his comments on that over the years. But I was hearing a lot about, maybe we just never ice or like do things like that. And we have alternatives. Like now we have different acronyms. MEAT. Have you heard the MEAT acronym?
have, yep.
Movement, exercise, analgesics or anti-inflammatories, and treatment, whatever treatment means to whoever, and peace, protection and elevation, avoid anti-inflammatories.
I haven't heard this
too.
one. Okay.
Compression and education, probably about
education.
protecting. Education's important.
That's an important one.
Yes.
We like that one.
Be educated. Know more things. That is important. So we have some different approaches, but the general principles are protect it.
Yeah.
And all the other ones are pretty much to modulate the inflammation.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
They're controlling the inflammation. And I think context really matters when we're talking about this because ice and anti-inflammatories and all those things are tools to control inflammation. Control inflammation, I think, is the key.
Yeah.
For minor injuries, and this is what they were talking about specifically, for minor injuries, we might want to reconsider how we use ice and anti-inflammatories. Because if we look at the phases of healing, inflammation is the first phase. We don't get healing if we don't have inflammation. So we need it to an extent. And this is really important. But if we have an over-responsive inflammatory response, as in surgery or a major injury, where there is too much inflammation, that can be detrimental.
Warranted.
So if we're talking about the severity of when we're going to use ice and the severity of the injury, mild injuries, maybe we reconsider that. And this is, I think, where that book and that concept of icing probably fits in.